Okay, y'all. I just had to hop on. I'm so fucking hyped right now. Like, I'm I got adrenaline pumping through me. That fucking main event, like I know it might be recency bias. It might be because it just fucking happened, but that's literally the best fucking like match or whatever you want to call it that I've ever fucking seen. That shit was like some shit that happened in a dream, and you wake up and you're like, what the fuck? That shit would never happen in real life. When he fuck when he lifted the ring up with the fucking tractor, that shit was motherfucking insane. Like my brain literally took a second to have to like process what was going on. That's how fucking off the wall, off the chain it was. I was like, okay, like seeing Roman like tumble down the fucking ring as it was being lifted up into the air. I was literally in my head, like my brain wasn't processing it. I was like, what the fuck is going on? Like, yeah, you could call it scripted all day and shit. But nah, somebody could have really got fucking hurt right there. That shit was fucking insane. Like, when have you ever see anything like that, man? I was yelling at the top of my lungs at the TV, like, what the fuck is going on? That shit was insane. Like, trust me, I was like most fans, like, okay, great, Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar again. Here we go again, you know? Like, okay, it's gonna be the same shit, you know, like trading Superman punches and F5s. Sure, there was some of that in it. Yeah, I would say like the first half of the match, like, okay, it's the same shit that it's always been. It's another fucking Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar match. This is the same shit. Sure, they're adding tables, you know, they're adding a little outside of the ring action. But yeah, you know, it was nothing out of the ordinary. But then when they started bringing the tractor into the play, honestly, I thought like Brock was going to drop Roman from higher off of the tractor. That would have been even fucking crazier. Like, I really thought he was going to do that at first. But no, I did not actually think they would let him fucking like do the ring like that. Like, it was crazy. Like, Michael Cole and Corey Graves, they almost like got fucking crushed. It was funny. You could hear Michael Cole at one point, like, get the hell out of there, Corey. Like, man, I was like on the edge of my seat. Like, this shit was live. This shit was like a movie at the same time. This shit was wild, bruh. And then you throw Austin Theory into the mix. That made it even crazier. Because I thought he was actually gonna cash in, you know. Sorry, I'm just like all over the place, but my mind's fucking racing. My mind is fucking like literally blown. Like, I can't reiterate it enough times. I literally could not comprehend what I was seeing for a good 15 to 30 seconds. I was like, are they really doing this shit right now? Like do y'all get what I mean? Like, you know, off the wall shit happens in your dreams sometimes. You're like, okay, you know, you wake up smiling or like laughing about it, like some crazy shit like that would never happen in real life. Whoever thought of that, whoever put that together, they're fucking awesome. Like, this whole fucking SummerSlam was fucking dope. I had a blast literally from start to finish. You know, every event, there's always like, I say like at least 2-3 matches where you're like, okay, I'm gonna go make something to eat. I'm gonna play on my phone a little bit. I'll look up every once in a while. But no, yeah, sure, I was still scrolling Twitter, but I was still invested. I was still paying attention. I was still enjoying myself. Like, I was having a good time. Like, I know I'm nowhere near Nashville, but I could feel the excitement from the fans all the way here at my apartment. That shit was so fucking good. Like, I'm genuinely happy right now. Like, earlier in the show, I was just thinking, like, I remember I would always like fantasize about like Vince no longer being ahead of, you know, creative and everything. I said, man, you know, when that day comes, I already know it's going to be different. And you could just tell, you could just feel it. You could just feel like there's a different energy in the whole company now that he's fucking gone. Like, sure, I will give him props. Like, he created it, you know, he made it what it is. But let's be honest, you know, after a while, he started doing like all the wrong shit. Like, sure, he would have some hits every once in a while, but there was a lot of misses too. We're just like, why? What the fuck is he doing? Where, you know, like he wasted so much potential. Like, look at Cesaro now. Cesaro's fucking killing it in AEW, you know, but that's besides the point. Like you could just feel like a whole new energy with Triple H ahead of it. Man, I was just I was just hyped the whole night. I had an energy, and sometimes, even when I'm at live events, you have that energy, and then it just dies down for a little bit. Every once in a while, you might get it back, a few spots. But no, the whole fucking night, I had energy. I had excitement. I was just having a good time. Like this whole fucking show, and then just that main event was a cherry on fucking top. Like the last 10 to 20 minutes, I was I was standing up, like pacing around, like getting fucking hype. I had my TV all the way turned the fuck up. Man, that was some creative shit, man. Like fuck. Like WWE needed to try something out of left field. They hit a home run, man. Like they tried some new shit and it fucking worked. That's some wild ass shit. Like I can't wait to see who or what can top that, honestly. I can't think of anything right now. Like this, I never thought of it. When they like implode the ring with two big guys. The first time or two, that was fucking dope. That was awesome. Like holy shit. I've never seen this before. Now this, I never thought they would actually fucking do something like this. And just like at the end of it, all the fucking carnage, like the fucking mats, on the outside of the ring were all fucking tore up. Like so much fucking steel chairs and tables and all kinds of shit. Not steel chairs, steel steps. I'm sorry. Like I said, my mind's going a mile a minute right now. I'm fucking mind blown. Like for real. And I love what they did with Liv Morgan and Ronda Rousey too. Bayley's back. Oh, let me talk about Bayley for a second. Bayley. So I'll be honest. I don't really keep up with NXT. Like I don't actually watch it. Like I do keep up with the Twitter feed, on WWE, but I've never like really watched it on the regular. But now she was just one of those people that like I would see clips of her or like pictures of her, tweets of her. And then when she finally got to the main roster, yeah, Bayley's been one of my favorites. She just seems like a real genuine cool person, a hard worker. She's a good wrestler. But tonight, fucking fine as hell, man. Beautiful. I don't want to be too, but now she was just, bruh, fire. For real. Like, the night just started off with a banger too. With Becky and Bianca. And then, Bayley and them coming back. I'm satisfied. I'm like thoroughly satisfied. Like WrestleMania for me, that was a banger for me both nights. Both nights of WrestleMania this year, they hit good too. But this, I haven't felt like this in a minute. Like I said, I'm still just thinking about that last match. I'm gonna go back after it's like fully posted. I gotta go back and see that shit again because that shit was insane. I really thought like somebody was gonna get seriously injured. Like I was worried for Rowan for a second. The way he like tumbled down that ring, that shit was dangerous, man. I was worried somebody was gonna get hurt. If not him, the ref or somebody, on the side of the announce table or something. I thought, when I seen him pulling it down, I was like, oh shit, he's about to go too far and like run that shit into the crowd. I was thinking that. I thought he was gonna go all the way to the crowd. That shit was crazy. And the Usos versus the Street Profits. I really, really like the Street Profits, like ring gear and the little logo they made for them since they were in Tennessee. That shit was badass. That shit was fire. I mean, the match was kind of that match. It was a little disappointing just because Money in the Bank, their match was so fire. That was like an underrated match for me. I didn't think that match at Money in the Bank was going to go as hard as it did. And then this one, I guess just comparing it to that one, it didn't live up to it, but it was still entertaining, And I did like the end. I did like the mystery that Jeff Jarrett added to the match, because I don't know if anybody else noticed it, but there was like a time I seen him count slower for the Street Profits. he was going like 1, 2. Like I was like, okay, is this gonna be something? I thought he was gonna like play a factor in it. I thought they were gonna pull the whole, Mike Tyson thing where you think he's with one person, but he's really with the other team. That's what I thought they were gonna go with when I saw him counting slow for the Street Profits. Um, what else? What else we got? Oh, Bobby Lashley. For like the past year and a half at least, he's been one of my favorites. Like I posted a TikTok me on my birthday when he won the title for the first time. I was fucking hyped for him. Like Bobby, he's one of my favorite people. Like I said, the past year and a half, he's badass. I just like his physique and like how, if you watch interviews, he's real down to earth in real life. He just looks like he's happy to be there, like happy interacting with the crowd and stuff. But yeah, I remember seeing him in person last year at Money in the Bank when he was champion against Kofi, and I was like all the way up on the second level. I could see his damn title like shining, with the lights. That was like a moment that still sticks out for me is Bobby Lashley walking to the ring with his title, WWE title shining. Like that was a badass moment for me. Like I still remember it vividly because I was like, damn, I can see that shit sparkling from all the way up here. That's badass. And he fucking destroyed Kofi in that match last year. Like I love Kofi in the New Day, so that one kind of hurt. But that's when I kind of started liking him. I was like, damn, he's a fucking beast. I do kind of wish he was past the US title. I mean, hopefully he does get to like the main event picture. I mean, I know, Cody's kind of waiting in the wing while he heals. I mean, it would be nice, maybe late next year. I don't know. He is on the older side, so I don't know. Hopefully, he does have like 1 or 2 more title reigns in him. I mean, he still does look in fucking amazing shape. He looks like he's still enjoying himself. But yeah, I like how they gave him like the superstar treatment. Even though he's only the U.S. champion, they still set off the damn fireworks in the stadium. So that was pretty dope too. And then Logan Paul. Like I really thought, like all the way back at WrestleMania, I thought, oh, he's probably just gonna be like an average. They're gonna make him look good. But no, when he was doing the whole like Eddie Guerrero diss, he was actually fucking hitting those moves perfect. Like the Three Amigos and the Frog Splash. I was actually impressed with him at WrestleMania. I was like, okay. I thought they were just gonna make him look good, but he actually is good. And then tonight kind of reiterated that. He did the Frog Splash off the table. Not off the table. Off the rope onto the table on the Miz. That was pretty dope. But yeah, no, it was cool to see the fans actually get behind him. Like, I do kind of, I'm not the biggest fan of Logan Paul or his brother for that matter. But one thing you can't deny, they're both skilled motherfuckers. Like, I'll give them their props. Like that's one thing. Since I'm older, I don't gotta like you to like give you your props. And like props to them. They're both killing it. Jake in boxing and Logan. Well, he was doing boxing too. Now he's in WWE. Like they know how to make some fucking money. And then he just got like a sponsorship deal with Arsenal, the football team in England. Like he might be like kind of annoying, but the man's business savvy and he's a badass athlete. So hey, props. Like I said, not a fan, but man's a beast. What can I say? But I think I'm gonna end it there. UFC still on, so I'm gonna get on and watch that. But yeah, if you weren't able to see it, fucking go watch that match. Like, try to find like a free trial to Peacock, or like bum your password off somebody. Go see that fucking match. Like I said, it starts off kind of slow. Like, there's an initial shock and awe part at the very beginning, and then after that, it kind of slows down a little bit. But no, like the last 15 minutes or so, it's fucking wild. It's fucking mind blowing. Like, man, I'm still flabbergasted by that shit. Like, I gotta go see that shit again. That's how fucking epic it was. Like I said, it was some dream shit that you think like, oh, you don't think it because who the fuck would ever do it? But shout out to Triple H. You are what we thought you were. Like, I know it's the first pay-per-view he's produced, but man, 10 out of 10. We'll watch again for real. Like just everything about it. The crowd, the matches, the main event. Perfect fucking event, man. Like, I'm going to bed happy. So I was excited for this shit for at least the past few weeks. When I realized I was off SummerSlam Saturday, I've been looking forward to it in my mind. Like, hey, just keep pushing through these long days at work. Cause at the end of the month, you're off for SummerSlam. Like, it's funny too, because the card on paper, it looked good, right? But it didn't look like anything to write home about. Nah, it blew that shit out the water. I feel like so satisfied. I was looking forward to it. And yeah, it lived up and exceeded that shit. So before I go, officially, this is what I'll compare it to. I don't remember if I read it or if I heard it on podcast, but the planet Jupiter. The planet Jupiter is so huge. Say you're in a spaceship. If you're in a spaceship approaching Jupiter, your mind literally would not be able to grasp like how gigantic Jupiter is, seeing it up close with your own eyes. That's what I went through tonight. That's the best way I could describe it. Like, I've never seen any shit like that, so it took me a while to process it. But yeah, I'm gonna sign off. I'm gonna go watch me some UFC. I'm gonna watch this damn event. I'm gonna watch that shit. Like I said, in the next few days, whenever that shit's available on Peacock for replay, I'm gonna watch that shit. That shit was fucking epic. I hope you're a fan. If you're a fan, like, you're going to bed happy too. It was a fucking banger. Good night.